I've only known her for 30 years. You think I could pronounce her name by now.
And I'll certainly stand for this part, but then I hope we get to sit for the rest of it because I've got lots of notes. Good evening, everyone. It's good to be with you this evening to talk about a very important topic close to my heart. I am a retired educator of 42 years. 22 of those were in the classroom. I taught business and home economics in those years in both California and in Ohio. The last 26 years, we've made Arizona our home, and my professional life has been spent in Apache Junction, primarily as supervisor of the Student Services Department at Central Arizona Community College, our own community college right here in Pinal County. And so for that period of time, I've got to know the community very well. In fact, the whole county. Although I live right across the border in East Mesa, I still consider this my professional home. And I spent a lot of time, and still do, now that it's been 5 years since I've retired, here working in various capacities and on a volunteer basis. I see many of you in the room that I've worked with previously in organizations, and Tess likes to say that I'm in every organization that she's not. So I certainly believe in community involvement, and I believe in building communities, and part of those communities, a very important part, will be and always will be our education system. Children are our future, and we need to protect that future, and so that is what I hope to do if elected to the House of Representatives.
Stand for this. Representative Kelley Townsend, I'm one of the current incumbents of LD16. I want to thank you guys for taking your time and coming here. I know there's a big thing on TV tonight that you're missing, so I appreciate that you're here. And in regard to education, I am the daughter, proud daughter of a retired history teacher from a middle school up in Southern Oregon. And I grew up hearing nightly at the dinner table the struggles that my father went through with budgets and with concerns and getting things he needed for his classroom. And I loved school. He put into me a very important love of education. And when I came here and put my kids in the school down here, I saw a change. I saw something different in Arizona schools, that some things great, some things that could be better. And so part of my goals here are to help improve Arizona schools and make it a good experience for those kids so that when they come out, we have a good product. We have a good product to the businesses of an educated workforce. And so that's my commitment. And I'm looking forward to hearing some of the ideas tonight. And I would just ask for a little bit of leeway. I just got word that a dear friend was killed in a car accident just a couple hours ago, so I might be a little bit distracted, but other than that, I would do my very best to present to you my ideas, and I'm open to hearing from you. Thank you.
I'm Senator David Farnsworth, your senator at this time. Now, after the evening is over, you may not want me anymore. But I'm going to express some feelings that I'm very passionate about this evening. I don't think there's anything in the world more important than educating our young people. And quality of education is what I'm sure we all want. I've thought a lot this week as I pondered this evening about the old one-room schoolhouse that our ancestors enjoyed. And you know, it was a different world and a different way of doing business. The community would come together and hire a teacher. The teacher would teach, and if it wasn't done properly, then that teacher would be replaced. You had the older kids in the same classroom as the younger kids, and those that were naturally quicker and older would help tutor the younger ones, and it seemed to work quite well in our history. Now, it was Hey, and Jerry's here, now we can officially get started. What we all want, I believe, is educated, confident, prepared students, prepared to meet the world, kids that have the tools to succeed in the world and provide the same for their children. So we want a good education for our children and grandchildren. The question is how to get there. And there's a lot of diversity in this room, and people have difference of opinion as to how we can accomplish this. And I'm looking forward to this discussion. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Adam Stevens, local Arizona small business owner. And one of the things I think about when we talk about education is every opportunity I've ever had to succeed in my life is a direct result of the quality education that I got growing up. And I think about the lessons that my parents taught me of the importance of a quality education and what I've learned from others and seen. And when our kids graduate from high school, they need to be able to do one of two things, and that's either be prepared to enter as a productive member of our workforce or go on to higher education in college. But before they can do that, K through 12 has to be a strong, solid foundation where they're able to do that. And I think when we hear about the position and the backsliding of our education system, we have to start asking why. And I think part of what we always talk about are standards and standards and standards. And I think one of the things that we're lacking is expectations. What do we expect from our education system? What are we expecting from our students, parents, teachers, administrators? And so I believe, and you'll hear this quite a bit from me, is a repeating theme, is that everything we do has to be geared towards a quality education focused on the individual needs of each individual child. And everything that we do, from parents to teachers to administrators in schools, has to be focused on preparing our children to enter their adult lives prepared to meet the challenges of the real world. And that's something that I want to be able to work on as your state representative starting in January of 2017. Thank you very much again. My name is Adam Stevens.
Thank you, Mary.
Hi everyone, my name is Cara, and I'm running for one of the House seats. I am not an educator, though I do remember what it was like going through school. I do remember, this is actually great. I'm learning stuff. I'm learning different trades. I'm learning math. I'm just learning stuff. And as I think about things, the way things are going now, it just seems like we're just taking so much for granted. We don't realize that, you can't actually expect your kid to go out into the workforce and actually have a decent job if they don't have the basic skills. And without really, really good teachers that can actually keep their kids awake and actually, really bring some passion into the classroom instead of, okay, we're just gonna sit here, we're gonna read this, we're gonna read this, we're gonna read this. I think it's just an effort of everybody involved that you wanna have a good education, you wanna have good teachers, you want everything to just be a very cohesive foundation. I don't know, I just think that it's just really sad that the stuff that I remember doing as a kid and thinking, okay, if I have kids, this is what they're going to be able to do, and that's not the case now. I think it's really sad, and I would like to actually take time to actually speak with some of the legislators and, of course, the teachers and even the students. I mean, these are the ones that are involved. I'm not in school right now, so I don't exactly know everything, and I don't claim to. So I want to talk to the people that know, and I want to ask them what they think, and then I think if we can all get together, maybe we can actually figure out what to do here, make things a little better.
Thank you, Kara.
Hello, my name is Scott Pryor. I'm going to tell a little tiny quick story. Hopefully it'll be quick since we don't have much time. When I was 12 years old, I was in 6th grade. I was in Grand Prairie, Texas at John Adams Middle School. And I hated school. Okay. The 3 classes that I was able to pass during that period of time was orchestra, because I love playing the viola, science, because I've always had a scientific, logical mind, and history. Everything else I failed. I was failing school, and my choice was to go to get a season pass to Six Flags. Well, great, when you're 12 years old, that's really cool. Or go to summer school so that I can move up to 7th grade. And being the 12-year-old, very smart 12-year-old, I took the season pass to Six Flags. and went to 6th grade for the second time. I was failing 6th grade again for the second time. And my mother, who was a single mom at the time, decided to send myself and my brother to a school up in northern, up by Amarillo called Voice Range. And when I first got there, I met a teacher named Mrs. Green. Mrs. Green was the bane of my existence. She drilled me every single day when she saw my report card and said, "This is not acceptable. You're going to make the honor roll, whether you like it or not." And of course, I was 12, 13 years old. I was afraid of her at that point. Sure enough, the next 6 weeks, report came, I was on the honor roll because I had somebody motivating me and somebody pushing me. By the time I graduated high school, I graduated top of my class, valedictorian in 1986. Went and got my Bachelor of Science in 1990 at West Texas State University. So public education is very important to me. And the basis of public education that's the most important is having a teacher that can drive a student, to interest the student, and to make the student want to excel and do more. And that's one of the things that I'm hoping to talk about tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Scott. John?
Good evening. My name is John Filmore. I'm the uneducated idiot up here on this table. I come from a family of 7 kids. I was the only graduate of high school in my family. But when I like to say that I am uneducated, I'm also an educator, because in my business, I have had people come work for me, and I've spawned 7 kids that have created their own successful businesses. I believe in the greatness of America and the capability of what we can achieve. And I do believe that our kids are our future. I also believe that money doesn't necessarily equate to a better education. All of our kids can't be doctors, but I do believe we need to teach our kids more. I believe that teachers want to teach. I would love to have nothing more than every one of our teachers making in the $60,000, $70,000, or $80,000 a year, and our kids graduating. That said, I had a kid graduate from high school in Mesa less than a year ago that came to me, did not know who Christopher Columbus was. And I have to say to you, there's something wrong with this picture. Now, I believe that the schools get an abundant amount of funds, but I believe that we are administrative heavy. We have 227 school districts. I have proposed and am working to try to get rid of about 100 school districts and leaving hundreds of millions of dollars back in the schools, in the classroom, where the money should be, with the kids. It's my understanding that in 1970 we spent about $3,700. In 2006 we were up around $8,000, and that's the state. The federal government gives a lot of money. I hope tonight I'm able to enunciate what I'm trying to say here. I want you to know from my heart, I believe in education, and I think that we can do a great job in Arizona. Thank you.
Thank you.